And parents, and Sarah Buckwalter of Organizing Boston has some tips to make sure everything goes smoothly. Thanks for coming in, Sarah.
Thank you.
We know that organizing helps kids in the learning process. It helps parents and kids enjoy their time together because they don't feel like they're drowning in their home. So you say that one of the first things parents can do is make some space. How do they go about doing that?
Absolutely. Before you go back to school shopping, before you bring new stuff in for the school year, because we all know how much paper, art supplies, artwork, projects come home with kids from school. Before you get started, you really want to make some space. So go through stuff with your kids, purge old clothes, anything that doesn't fit anymore, anything they're not going to need for the school year, old projects. You can go through and get rid of any of their old art projects that they're not going to hold on to, things like that. Clean up and get organized and get some space ready for the next year. The other thing you want to do is make sure you get a list of the things your kids are going to need before you go shopping for school supplies, because you want to make sure that you're not overbuying and you don't end up with more than you need.
Yes, stick to the list. That's key. So one of the things that you do when you come into people's homes is you help them put some organizing systems in place. For people watching at home, what could you recommend just right now that they could do?
I think the best thing to do is to get some systems for, first of all, storing art projects and things that come home with the kids, so that you're prepared when they bring stuff home. You can use products such as this container right here, which is great for storing papers, projects. It looks nice on a shelf. They come in fun colors, different sizes. You can be creative with it.
Where would you find something like that?
This is actually from the Container Store.
Okay.
You can also pick up similar items at places such as Target, Walmart, any local craft store.
Okay, what else? What other things do you have here that would help people get systems started?
The other thing is great is to have a filing system for your kids, because you want to make sure you can get them started filing at a young age, and make sure that they have something that's fun and easy for them to use. But also, this is a modular system, so they can bring it around if they're not using one particular space. If they need to do their homework here or bring it over there, they can move it around with them. But that you have a place for all their paperwork and our projects, ongoing, current projects, things like that. So it's good to have a system like that in place.
And it's rewarding to the kids too, because they're taking some ownership over keeping things organized, and they get good at it at an early age, as you mentioned.
And especially if you get them involved and have categories that make sense to them, it's going to be a lot easier for them to use it.
So one of the things that most parents deal with when kids go back to school is the avalanche of paper, all the paper that comes into the house. So how do you manage that?
Exactly. Well, using something like a filing system, having bins to corral the paper.
Like one of these guys right here, just an easy,
Those
simple
are great,
mesh bin.
you know, as something like that, a plastic bin, things, it's good to have one for each kid as well, so you can just toss kind of art projects, things you're going to save in there as they come in. The other thing that's important when dealing with paper is you really want to have spend time every day going through your child's backpack, sorting it out, going through the papers with them and organizing them, so that you're aware of what, upcoming events, any permission slips that need to be signed, what your child's bringing home for homework, and you can get them started on them and be involved in the process and help them go through stuff on a daily basis. Makes it a lot easier and keep you from getting behind.
Families are so busy these days. Kids have to be at dance lessons, soccer practice, all these different things.
Yes.
So what do you recommend for people managing all their kids' time?
Well, there's a lot of different great systems out there, but one of the things I recommend is always having a family calendar or a whiteboard such as you have with you.
One of these guys,
Yep, something like that. That's always great to have. You can obviously change it by month. They come in larger sizes if you have a lot of things to write down. But keep track of the schedules. As events and things come in, notices come in, write them on the calendar so that you're aware of what's going on. Everybody in the family can see what's going on. And if you have a lot of kids, you can use different colors for each child to keep track, or things like that. Another great system is that other dry erase board there, which is perfect for propping up.
This little orange guy right here,
It props up on a child's desk, and you can write notes such as "Don't forget your soccer shoes," things like that.
Clean
up your room. Yep, so they can see it and they can be aware of what's going on and keep up with things as well.
All right, some great advice, Sarah. Thanks, as always.
Thank you.
And Sarah's company is called Organizing Boston. The phone number is 617-699-1263. The website is organizingboston.com.